right, well, post-Thanksgiving holiday sales may have our wallets feeling a little lighter these days.
Yep, and managing your spending can be tough during this time of year, but there's never a better time to learn how to master your money. So we've invited Tiffany, the Budgetnista, Aliche, to show us how to get started. Good morning, Tiffany. Thanks for being with us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so, you know, a lot of us threw caution to the wind. We cashed in on the
You're going to tell me all the things I did wrong.
All these Black Friday, Cyber Monday sales. Now, what attitude should we take? That, you know, okay, it's just this once and it's okay, or is this really a lesson that we need to learn about mastering our money?
Well, the truth is the holiday season comes around every year, right?
Yes.
And every year we act as if we're surprised about it, right?
Yeah.
So even if you didn't master it this season, you could put things in place. Like you could do something called a credit builder loan. And what I love about it is that credit unions have this. It's fairly inexpensive to do. You borrow money up to say $500 or $1,000, and then it's really not you borrowing money because they don't give you that money. Instead, they put it into a money market or savings account for you, so it can earn interest, and then you pay it back every month. By this time of year, you'll get that full amount back plus the interest, and you get to improve your credit score by showing that you know how to pay down debt. So it's twofold. So I love that. You do it for this time of year, you get this lump sum so you can use for the holidays. You raise your credit score, and you have a guilt-free little money to set aside to spend.
You're gonna have to look into that.
I know. Then you're like, whoa, look at this. Merry Christmas to me.
Yes.
Unless you don't want to decide you keep that money to yourself. Can we talk about student loan, though?
Yes.
Because, you know, repayments have now resumed.
Yes.
How do we handle that now? I mean, should we look for forbearance, and what's your advice?
So I want to say I used to be a school teacher for a number of years, Hazel, and you might be eligible for forgiveness. A lot of people just never applied. They never looked into it. So one, I would look into making sure that if the forgiveness is totally off the table. If so, you can certainly look to lower your, whatever the payment is.
Okay.
If you had a child during the pandemic.
Okay.
If your family size increased, you might be able to lower your payment. You don't have to struggle through it.
Okay.
So call your loan provider, share that you might be having some trouble and what programs you might be available for based upon who you are now, not who you were pre-pandemic.
Okay. Well, in your book, Made Whole, you break down the difference between financial freedom versus financial wholeness. What's the difference? And isn't everybody, you know, after financial freedom?
So ideally, Craig, we could all have a pile of money and never have to work anywhere, right? We could do this in Bora Bora.
I like your idea. I like your idea.
Let's go.
But that might not happen for everyone. So what happens if you don't get to financial freedom? Does that mean you can't take care of yourself and your family? I disagree. And so I came up with financial wholeness, these 10 steps that if you master and maintain them, you will still be okay. It's your financial foundation. Budgeting, savings, credit, debt, income. It's investing, insurance, your financial team, net worth, and estate planning. So if you master those 10 things, even if you never get that pile of money and reach financial freedom, you will still be financially whole and okay.
Oh,
Okay.
You also say to automate everything.
Yeah, so
Why?
in Made Whole, I realize that everyone doesn't have discipline. I'm everyone.
I'm on the everyone team.
Right.
I'm like on a bunch of lists.
So automation is a new discipline. You can automate even budgeting. So if you don't even want to budget, you can split it before you get it. You can ask HR or payroll, can you put my money into 2 different checking accounts, my bills account and my spending account, and 2 different savings accounts, a savings account for goals and a savings account for emergencies, right? So that way when your money comes in, you swipe your debit card, you're not going to take your bill money, you're not going to take your savings, you're only swiping your spending money. And it allows you to automate the process. Take it a step further, automate your bill payments, so that way you can affect 35% of your credit score with on-time payments, and you can automate all types of investing, so you can start to grow wealth without thinking about it.
Now, you just touched on it a little bit, but you say having savings is key, but it's not necessarily for the reasons that we think. What do you mean by that?
Well, I think a lot of people don't understand that the purpose of savings is not delayed spending. Right? You save on Tuesday and then you spend it on Friday. I think that's what people think.
Yes.
That ideally the purpose of saving is so you can have excess money to invest and grow, because you really can't budget your way to wealth.
Yeah.
You know, so I want people to think of savings is there to protect you in case that you have some sort of emergency, but ideally savings is there to one day invest, so that way one day you don't have to work anymore.
Well, you say that investing is like self-care.
Yeah, it really is, because unfortunately, without investing, many of us are not going to be able to take care of ourselves into the future.
Exactly.
And I say, like in the book, I say in Made Whole all the time, that it is your younger self's job to look after your older self. And so the things you do now are going to affect how you're able to live later. So let's work on financial wholeness now.
Well, I got some things to say to my younger self. Then do your job. Anyway,
Thank you so much for coming
Tiffany,
in.
nice to
Thank
meet
you for having
Thank
me.
you so
Great
much.
advice. And you can pick up a copy of her workbook, Made Whole, the practical guide to reaching your financial goals, wherever books are sold.